to my channel. It's your girl Parashay here, back in a video on the Divine Guru with N. And today we're going to be getting into this juicy reading for the new moon in Gemini that's taking place on May the 22nd of 2020, honey. But before we get into this reading, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello, welcome, hola, baby. Like I said, my name is Parashay, and on this channel I make tarot picket card readings, other tarot readings like this one, and other spiritual related and motivation related videos to help you discover the Divine Guru within yourself, honey. So if that's something that you like and you enjoy and it resonates with you, don't be shy, don't be scared, baby. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel, join the family, become a star, babe. And while you're subscribing, please do not forget the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post my videos like so. All right, beautiful, lovely. So I was channeling energy for this new moon in Gemini, and I just got to shuffling, and you know what? I've pretty much just pulled all the cards already for this new moon in Gemini, and we're gonna get all into it, okay? So first, as always, I pulled the new moon in Gemini card from the Moonology deck, and the card here says communication is key. All right, so this is a time to where, you know, our throat chakra may be illuminated, okay? Kind of like I was saying in my weekly predictions reading for the week of the 17th through the 23rd. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to go ahead and check it out. I'll link it somewhere either up here or either down in the description box down below, all right? But I do feel like this is going to be a time to where our throat chakra is going to be illuminated. This is the time to where, you know, if we've been feeling like that we've been forced to keep quiet, that we're going to be speaking up. A time to where when we just feel a lot of pressure on, you know, not just falling in line because someone says so, because someone has this sort of credential and says that's you know what's just, that's what needs to happen, okay? So I do see here also, just intuitively what I feel is that there's going to be more speaking up in terms of how we feel when it comes to our relationships, our friendships, and just things that we are passionate about as well. But also keep in mind, my beautiful lovelies, that communication goes both ways. It's not always just about speaking, it's also about listening as well. So I do intuitively just feel like this is a time to where we need to be open-minded, a little bit more open-minded than usual, to really listen to somebody else's side, to understand how they feel. You know, we don't have to agree, but we can, you know, respect each other's opinions, and also just, you know, just be a listening ear, be an open ear for somebody who may need it, who may be going through something, you know, really deep at this time, you know, going through something that could be very detrimental, or something that's like very just shocking and really depressing to someone. Just being there to be an open ear for somebody, okay? So moving on here, some more cards that I pulled here from the Moonology deck. So I pulled these cards with the intention of what's going to be the energy leading up to the new moon. Okay, so the first card that came out here is a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. And as soon as I saw this, I instantly thought about the weekly reading as well, because the weekly reading, it was the energy for the upcoming, this upcoming week to be all about forgiveness and adventure. So what I saw here with this card, I do feel like, again, this could be a time to where any issues that we may have had with other people, we could be really resolving that, or people may be coming up to us and really apologizing to us with this new moon in Gemini energy, you know, or you just may have that intuitive nudge to really reach out to somebody and say like, you know what, I need to make this right, I need to make the situation right, okay? So any issue that you may be having, I feel very strongly is with like friendships and relationships. However, it could relate to any area of your life. Okay, so any issue that you may be having in your personal life regarding to finances, romance, relationships, friendships, even just mental conflict that we may be having in our minds, this is going to be coming to a resolution, okay? Especially here, since the overall energy of the upcoming week is forgiveness. So I do see, again, mending energy, coming together, kind of like Two of Cups energy, like really having this union, really having this coming togetherness coming in, and just, you know, squashing the old beef. You're like, you know what, I don't even know why I was holding on to that anymore. All right, next card that came out here is bring love into the situation. Okay, so yes, we're resolving these issues that we're having. We're looking at them from a place of love, or we're looking at those people from a place of love. You know, we're deciding not to hold on to those old feelings any longer, because we have better things that we need to put our energy towards, instead of fostering energy into holding grudges or being angry or being sad or being depressed towards a certain environment, a certain person, a certain, you know, issue, anything that may have happened that's really kind of holding us back and being a crutch to our success on our journeys. Okay, And next we have here, what do you need to release? Okay, so this is a question that you can ask yourself, you know, leading up to this full moon energy, or even during, you know, your excuse me, did I say full moon? I meant to say new moon, okay? But also you can do this into your ritual for the new moon energy. You know, you can just set intentions of, you know, what do I need to release? Get into a meditative state, or just, you know, just sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and just continue to ask yourself that, ask your higher self that, and then you will receive that answer. You're going to get these intuitive nudges. Thoughts are going to come into your head, and you're like, yeah, that's what I thought I need to let go of, okay? And next we have here, conclusions are within reach. So again, here with, you know, resolutions and conclusions, okay, things are really going to be tying up the loose ends leading up to this new moon in Gemini energy, okay? All right, and the last card we have here is don't let pride get in your way. So, all right, so going back to forgiveness again, like I was saying with that weekly reading, I do feel like there's things we're going to be letting go of, things that we're going to be, you know, putting our energy towards, realizing that, you know what, this isn't serving me holding on to this grudge, this isn't serving me holding on to this sadness, to this, you know, lower vibrational energies that I'm just holding on to, that I'm lingering. You know, maybe for some of us, it may be feeling like a victim in a certain situation, or trying to pin, you know, responsibility on someone, like it's their fault that I'm like this, or it's their fault that I'm in this situation. And instead, looking at it from a place of love and deciding to move on from it, okay? So don't let your pride make you stuck into a situation that you find yourself, you know, really having a hard time getting out of, okay? All right, so moving on here to the energy for this full moon. Excuse me, I keep saying full moon, new moon in Gemini. All right, so the next energies that we have here, we have egg moon trust. We also have flower moon blossoming. We have the waxing moon, waxing gibbous 6 moon action. And we also have the waxing gibbous 1 discernment. Okay, so with these cards here, starting off with trust. Okay, so I do feel like this is a very strong message for us to let go of, you know, things that aren't serving us and really surrender to the divine with this new moon in Gemini energy. This is a time for us to really trust the universe, trust God, you know, trust the divine power that's all going to work out in our favor, especially if we're holding on to feelings like, you know, doubtfulness, or feeling unworthy, or just feeling like there's just no point of return, there's no getting better from whatever situation, whatever state, whatever mental state, physical state, financial state, you know, you or you know, your situation, your personal issue may be in at the moment. Having trust, having faith, knowing that it's going to get better, and really just putting your energy again into love, focusing on the love, not focusing and putting all of your energy towards the lower vibrational energies, you know, the anger, the deceitfulness, the feeling hurt, the, you know, victim mentality, the feeling like that you have to have coping mechanisms in order to keep going on with your purpose and with your life, okay? So next card that we have here is blossoming. All right, so with this card here, this is definitely energy of us growing, moving on, okay? Because leading up to this new moon, like I said, we're washing our hands of things that's not serving us. We're releasing those things that don't do any good to us, honey, okay? So that's why we have blossoming here. We're growing, we're blooming, we're blossoming, we're flourishing, okay? Energy, the good energy is all around us, okay? We're working on the things we want to obtain. We're working on our pleasures. We are diving into the pleasures. And every time when I hear pleasures, I just took my attention to this card here with action, because looking at this card, it's like her arms just so wide open, like she's just so open to receiving, okay? But this is also a sign of that inspired action is definitely going to be taking place with this new moon in Gemini energy. This is the energy of us really, you know, again, since we've let go of the trash, we've already taken the trash out, now we can focus on us. Now we can focus on our passions. And now we're taking the next steps, the inspired action steps towards what it is that we want to achieve. And we're seeing that. We're seeing it happen. And you know what? Other people are seeing it happen as well. But here's another thing though. So every time when I see this card come up in a reading, it never fails. You know, this is a time to where people may not have the best intentions for you. So while you're releasing the baggage that really was weighing you down, that anchor that was really keeping you stuck and weighing you down, you know, since you've let that go, and you're blossoming, you're growing, you're moving on, you're putting your energy towards what you want. Other people are seeing that, and some people may not have pure intentions. Some people may not like that. Some people may want to see you stuck in a situation. What I just heard is that some people may actually be angry or envious that they no longer affect your life at all. Like, they no longer play a role in your life at all. Like, they no longer hold you down. It's like they're mad that you have forgiven them. You forgave them and you let them go, and now you're moving on with your life, and now they're upset. And so don't be surprised if that sort of energy comes towards you. You may be like, why in the world are you upset? I mean, you treated me wrong. I forgave you. I let you go. I'm doing my thing. We're supposed to both be blossoming, but for some reason it's this sense of like narcissistic energy. Like, I have to be controlling their life. I have to have some sort of role in their life in order for them to be doing good or doing bad. Whichever way they're doing, I need to play a role in this. So don't be surprised if people may try to come up to you, especially leading up to this new moon energy. Because, for me, when it comes to moon phases, I always say you can feel the energy 2 to 3 days before, the day of, and 2 to 3 days after, okay? So just be cautious of that. When people may come up to you, they may be wondering, like, well, yeah, like, this is just an example, like, say, for instance, you were going through a toxic relationship. You decide to let them go, and then now that you let them go, now you looking good, you smelling good, you feeling good, you're vibing good. People can see you blossoming. Your skin is glowing, honey. All right, you've lost maybe a lot of weight or something like that. Like, very strong, like very, just in your face changes that people can see, and that person may try to come into your life like yeah, like that, yeah, you changed like that because of the breakup. Yeah, you changed like that to get back revenge on me or something like that, or to make me jealous, or something like that. Turning it back to them, turning it back like, yeah, that they're the cause for your blessings, that they're the cause for your growth, you blossoming into your best self. And they're going to be up for a rude awakening when you're like, I did this for myself, okay? I did this for myself. Was I hurt before? Yes, absolutely. But I've moved on from it. I've grown from it. And I'm not hurting. I'm not dwelling in that energy any longer. I'm moving on and focusing on me, and that's why I'm radiating. That's why my aura is so bright. That's why you're still so attracted to me now more than ever, okay? Just an example, okay? But for those of you that resonate with, absolutely, okay? But what's so beautiful here with discernment, okay? So I do feel very strongly that our passions are going to be, for some of us, it may be ignited, like we may begin to realize what it is that we want to do. But for a majority of us, what I'm really feeling as a collective consciousness is that we've known for a while what we want to do. It's just that we were stuck in an energy to where we felt like that this situation is going to prevent me from following my dreams. But now it's like, that fire is now back ignited, okay? No longer, we're not letting that old situation put our fire out. Now the fire is back burning, blazing, okay? And so now it's like we know exactly what it is that we want. We know exactly what it is we want to go towards. We know exactly what we want to do. And for a lot of us, I do feel very strongly that this is a time to where we could be stepping into our destiny, our life's purpose, stepping into the things that we're meant to do here in this lifetime, being in alignment with our life's purpose. It's almost like I'm taking that first step now. I know which way to go. See, before I was a little bit confused, it was a little bit foggy. I didn't know if I should go left or go right. But now with this discernment, we know exactly which way we want to go with this new moon and Gemini energy, okay? All right, so next I pulled some cards here from the numerology deck here to see what should we be focusing our energy towards during this new moon in Gemini. All right, so the first card we have here is 4. Perseverance, okay? So literally having the willpower to keep going, to keep faith and keep going, like I always say, to keep pushing forward, to keep pushing the limits. You got this. You got this. At the moment when you think that this is impossible is when you're about to hit that breakthrough to where you're like, ooh, God showed you that yes, it is possible. And yes, you did it. You did it. You did exactly what it was that you wanted to achieve, okay? Because I see us coming into that. I see us stepping into our power and really not letting anything hold us back any longer. It's also like a time to where We could be recognizing our weaknesses, recognizing, the things that we just fall into temptation towards, no matter what that may be, whether if it's addictions or just laziness or procrastination or having a hard time scheduling things correctly, or maybe over scheduling, maybe being perfectionist, whatever it may be that kind of holds us back a lot of times. We're pushing through. We're realizing our weaknesses, and now we're doing better. We're learning from our mistakes with this new moon in Gemini energy, okay? And going back here to number 32, trust here, okay? Again, really having trust in the universe, and also having trust in yourself, knowing that you can do this, you got this, you're worthy of having this. Your dreams are not too crazy, okay? Your dreams are obtainable. They are, but you have to push through. Even at times when, when we like, what, I'm doing good, but then we may have that one day to where we're just feeling off, we're feeling drained, we're feeling like that, is this really worth it? Do we want to give up? And this is the time when perseverance needs to kick in, having that strength to tame that lion, to tame the lion, and the lion being whatever addiction or whatever, thing is that we are tempted to fall into again, and really pushing through. It's not necessarily going to be the prettiest thing. It's not necessarily going to be the easiest thing, but it's going to be the most beneficial thing. It's going to be the most beautiful experience, okay? Stepping into a power that's deep within ourselves that we didn't once know that we had, but now we do. All right. All right, next card we have here, love it. Card number 1, new beginnings. Absolutely. Like I said, we already let go. We let go of the past. We let go of the things that were holding us down. We released the anchor. We threw out the trash. And now it's time for us to move on into our, new ways of thinking, a new lifestyle, a new routine, or just new things that we see that we actually do want. Maybe we worked so hard to manifest a certain thing because we really, truly believed that we want it. But then once we received it, it wasn't exactly what we were wanting. It was maybe a certain different emotion that we were actually trying to manifest, but instead we were manifesting something completely different, if that makes sense, okay? But I do see here, this is going to be a time, again, major transformations. The slate's going to be clean, okay? So it's time for us to build our new foundation on what it is that we truly want, on our passions, and on this new, this up boost of energy that I feel we're going to have with this new moon in Gemini energy, okay? So focusing on really pushing through and really just starting over. There's nothing wrong with starting over, okay? Because we all fall from time to time. It's all about getting up and starting over again, all right? Next card we have here is rebirth, okay? So we need to be focusing our energy on changing, transformation, okay? Things that are going to better us, okay? Not dwelling on the things that, from the past, or not dwelling on things that, that are our weaknesses, but really focusing on transforming our weaknesses or pushing through our weaknesses, being creative, getting innovative with it, but also having fun. It's something that I'm also hearing intuitively. It's about having fun with this rebirth, having fun with this change, not looking at everything from a place of, oh my gosh, this is so horrible. Like, oh my gosh, like I just can't believe this is happening. Having a major just meltdown and freak out session. This is really a time for us to really change the way that we think, the way that we act, and change what we're trying to achieve. Because it may just be that we got steered off of our path one while, and now it's time to get back on track, okay? And the last part we have here, so beautiful, 85, follow your dreams. So focus your energy on following your dreams with this new moon in Gemini energy, okay? During your ritual, what is it? Just sit and think, like, what is it that I actually want? What is it do I want to achieve? Where do I see myself by the end of this month? Where do I see myself by the end of this week? What do I see myself by the end of this year? Where do I see myself in 5 years? These are the type of questions that you need to answer to see what it is that you truly want, to get in alignment with it, and then take the inspired action towards it, okay? Because following our dreams is something that we may have put on the back burner. Again, we've had this distraction, we have the distraction of falling into our weaknesses, our temptations, all right? And we let that take the best of us, but now we realize it. We're letting that older energy go. And again, focusing on what it is that we feel called to do here, following our life's purpose, okay? Getting into alignment with that, in whichever way that looks for you, okay? All right, and the next cards I pulled here are some cards from the universe has your back deck. So I just asked, what intentions do we need to be setting with this new moon in Gemini? So the first card that came out here is, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So beautiful. So beautiful. So again, going back to what I was saying towards the beginning of the reading, like surrendering to the divine, having faith, having trust in God and the universe, okay, in the creator, however you refer to it. And knowing that it's all going to work out in your favor, okay? Not holding on to these, to stress or sadness or grudges or anything that really just stresses us out, that really just causes more confusion and keeps us in this lower vibrational energy, and just really letting it go, let it to God, surrender. Let it go so we can live in peace, so that we can have a much clearer mind, a much clearer, discernment. Discernment is much easier whenever we don't have 1,000 things running through our head. All right. Next card we have here is, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So I feel like definitely this is the energy of, again, looking at things from a more optimistic viewpoint rather than looking at things as, all is lost. Like there's no recovery from this. But this is also, again, you saw that word, you saw that F word. I know you did. Faith, honey. Faith is coming up again 2 times. Having faith. We have to have faith in the universe. We have to have faith that things are going to look up. We have to have faith that we can get through this as well. We have to have faith and know and trust that the universe is going to work it out. I'm telling you. All right, next card we have here is, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Again, same energy here. Looking at it from, it's not so bad type of situation, or just seeing the good in the situation, seeing how you can benefit from the situation, seeing how you can persevere through the situation, seeing how you can gain strength from the situation, how you can gain knowledge, wisdom, okay, from the situation, how it's going to help you moving forward, and how it's going to change you as a person, for the better, for your greatest and highest good, for you to become the best version of yourself. Whew, I'm telling you guys. All right, next card says, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Absolutely. This cousin, I feel like this couldn't have been better said. Okay, just like I was saying, it's like before we chose fear. We stayed in the lower vibrational energies. We stayed in the area of, I can't do this. This situation is blocking me from proceeding with what it is I want to do. This is what's stopping me. This is what's making me stuck. But really all it was is we were choosing fear, okay? So that way we can make excuses for not moving forward, because again, we were fearful of moving forward because it was the uncertain, okay? But now this time we're choosing love, all right? This is a time to where we're looking at things from a place of love, looking at things from a place of gratitude as well, and just really just being appreciative for the situation, not holding any energy, negative energy from past things and carrying them on with you with every phase of your life. This is a time for us to really let it go and move on from the situation. Okay? When I lean toward love, I am led. Look at this. When I lean towards love, I am led. Absolutely. So love again. So faith and love coming back to back. All right. And the last card says, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Okay. So absolutely. Us coming, on top of the mountain, us conquering anything that was, any obstacle within our life, within our journey, this personal issue that was really getting us down, that was really making us feel stuck, that was really making us feel, real anchored into something that we didn't like, in this, uncomfortable situation. Throughout the times of uncertainty, trying to get back on track, trying to get to a place to where we feel confident and within ourselves and within our dreams, it's not necessarily going to be the most comfortable place to be in. Like I said, it may not be the easiest thing or the prettiest thing to be in, at the moment during that transition phase, but we all know this for a greater cause, okay? It's for our personal growth, like the card said, is for us really obtaining our goals, really living in alignment of our purpose, and really stepping into our own power. All right, so then I just pulled a few cards here from the Witch's Tarot deck here to see any additional messages that Spirit has for us with this new moon in Gemini. So the first card that came out here is the Fool. Okay, so again, going back to that F word, faith, taking that leap of faith, being bold and make the first move, and just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. Okay, really just having that trust that, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna let this go, no matter how uncertain of the future I am, no matter how uncertain of the circumstances may be for me doing this I'm gonna do it because this is what I feel intuitively led to do. This is what I feel is right for me. This is what I feel like, will be a release of baggage for me, will be a breath of fresh air, and this is what I feel very passionate about doing as well. All right, next card here, we have the Tower. We have the Tower. So kind of like I was saying earlier, this is a time to where we're really just cleaning the slate, really having this good, firm foundation, for our future, for where we see ourselves, for the outlook of ourselves, okay? This is also the energy of us just really letting go of things that didn't serve us any longer. Because with this Tower energy, this is also, the foundation was weak. So it's crumbling down. It's crumbling in front of your face, and you're like, whoa, I didn't expect that to happen. For some of us, this could be, maybe depression coming out of nowhere. For some of us, this could be anxiety attacks coming back to back to back to back, and we're like, why is this happening? Really being faced with something that was totally unexpected, that's really going to change our perspective, okay? All right, next card we have here is the World. Okay, so 3 major arcana cards back to back. All right, but with this World card, what's so beautiful is that, again, things coming into resolution, it's like things also coming full circle, this thing, that's why I feel like I was saying earlier, like we may have manifested something earlier, and now we've experienced that, and now we realize that's not exactly what we wanted. And so that's why we're letting it go. So it's like with this World card, it's like, you know what? This served its purpose, but now it's not what's best for me. Now is what I know. Now I know what is best for me. Now I know what I really want. And this wasn't it. So that's why it's coming full circle. That's why, this resolution is coming. All right? That's why this conclusion is coming. Things are really coming full circle, and really just, it's going to be scary when it happens. No lie. It may be something that's just so, it may seem really heavy. It may seem really dark at first, but it's something that's for our greater good. It's something that has to happen. It's like this divine intervention taking place that needs to happen for us to get back on track, because we may have been just steering too far off our path. We may have been going down a spiral that was just too detrimental to our character or to our purpose here, that could have been at a point of no return. Okay? Or just either getting us to a point to where we really, really hard to get back to where we once were before we, let this energy into our life. Okay? And the last card we have here is 5 of Swords. So with this card here, this does, talk about the energy of having mental conflict. So again, really feeling the sense of that people may have been attacking you in the past, or really just feeling like that maybe you felt, what I'm feeling intuitively is that some of us may have felt like embarrassed, really ashamed. Maybe we may have felt ashamed by actions we've done, or maybe it's because of something that was done to us. Okay, for whoever that resonates with. But there's something that really just kind of like tore your heart apart. Something that was really, that it could have really, really hurt you mentally. Well, really, it really could have really hurt your ego. And then it caused this spiral effect of you getting down this tunnel of depression, worry, stress, negative thinking, not thinking of yourself as worthy. Wow. But with this 5 of Swords energy, I do also strongly feel like this is the energy of us really just not letting people control us any longer, okay? And really not letting people, or people's opinions, I should say, really get the best of us. You know, no longer just going with the flow because someone else say that this is right or this is what they expected of us, and now, you know, they say that, you know, for doing something that you wanted to do, that you let them down. It's more about following what you want to do, following your passions, and not caring what anybody else has to say about it, because this is your life that you have to live, not theirs, okay? All right, and the last few cards I have here are some Archangel Michael Oracle deck cards to see what advice Archangel Michael has for us with this new moon in Gemini. All right, so the first card here is innocence, okay? So whenever I see this innocence card, I do get the sense of, you know, not being so hard on yourself, not letting guilt overcome us, or not letting, you know, the past overcome us, or, you know, just those low vibrational feelings that we may be feeling. For some of us, it may be some deep sadness, some deep hurt, some deep betrayal or depression that could be happening. And this is a time to where we really have to look at the situation for what it really is and know that, hey, either I did the best I can do and they still weren't satisfied, or either for some of you it may be that, you know what, I messed up, I made a mistake, but I'm not going to let that define me. You know, I'm learning from the situation, but I'm not going to let it define me. All right, next card we have here is have confidence. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is a time to where we really need to step into our power, have faith, and have trust that what we want is going to come to us. You know, what we know, what is best for us is actually going to come to us. Whether that's through divine intervention, just a miracle happening, whatever it is that needs to happen, that you think needs to happen. Or let me rephrase that. Whatever needs to happen that God knows needs to happen for your life, for you to get back to where you need to be, to help you with your purpose, and you know, with you becoming the best version of yourself, is going to happen. Have confidence that it's coming. Know, trust the universe, trust God, surrender to the divine, and know that it's all coming in due time. All right. This also says detach from the situation. Okay. So again, from that personal issue that may, you know, that may stir up some feelings, you know, that we may have been holding on to some feelings for. It's time for us to really let go of that situation. Again, we're moving on, we're washing our hands from it and growing from it. We're learning from it. All right. Now, this card says here, pay attention to your dreams. Okay. So with this card here, this could be an indication that we could be getting a lot of answers to our prayers through our dreams. Okay, so the spiritual realm could really be trying to contact us with this new moon and Gemini energy, especially through our dreams. So we may want to take this time to really just journal our dreams with this new moon and Gemini energy. You know, you have a dream, you know, as soon as you wake up, jot it down, you know, and then date it as well. And then every time you have a dream, even if it's through a nap, because for me personally, like, I will have the most vivid dreams throughout my naps rather than when I'm actually going to bed at night. So really pay attention to your dreams, because they could be answers to your questions. You know, these answers that you just been like, oh, I need an answer for this really badly. Those could be the answers coming to you through your dreams, okay, from your spiritual team. All right. Next card we have here is your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So listening to your intuition, okay? Not neglecting these intuitive nudges that we're getting, not neglecting, you know, anything that we just feel in our gut like that is or is not right. You know, whatever we feel led to do, follow that, listen to that, because that's going to lead us into the right direction. Again, could be more signs here from our spiritual team, from our higher self. All right? And the last card that came out here is, this is your life's purpose. And I absolutely love that this card came out here, because I do feel like that this entire reading is saying that we're letting go of the old and we're bringing in the new. We're going towards what our life purpose is. We're going towards our destiny. We're getting back on track for the path that we were set here to do in this lifetime. Whew. Well, all right, my beautiful lovelies, that is all that I have for this new moon in Gemini reading. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if it resonated with you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sending you guys tons and tons of love and light. And as always, keep faith and keep going. Bye, guys.